Hi there, this is Aimée Darling, Independent Emerald Ambassador Plexus Worldwide. Congratulations to you. You are obviously watching this video because you have a team. You have 1 new person, 20 new people, 100 new people, and you are super excited to learn more. And so kudos to you. Let me spend a minute and kind of pull from my 20+ years of experience as a network marketer and give you an opportunity to put some things into perspective and to give you a plan. And so what you want to think about is really important. This part is really important before I go into the plan on how to work with your team. But you want to remember that your business is totally yours. So it's gonna look different than mine, it's gonna look different than other people's, and that is 100% okay. And you are not responsible for the success or the failure of your team. You're not. You want to hold them with an open hand, because if they choose to run with this business, regardless if you or the person above you is an engaged, interested in their business person, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you give them opportunities to grow and learn. And I'll tell you, if you have recruited a person into our company and onto our team that is motivated to help others, they have work ethic, they've got spark, you know, they've got a rock solid belief in our product, our company, themselves, that they can grow and learn, then you've got somebody that's really worth putting some time into. If you're recruiting somebody onto our team that just wants the product it costs, well, my goodness, why are you expecting them to become the next Emerald? Leave them alone. Let them go be happy where they are. Now, that's not to say that we don't spend time with people that just want the product at cost, but my days of just recruiting somebody for cost are long over, because I know that that is going to water down our company, and then I'm banging my head against a wall. I treat everybody the same on our team, whether you're wanting part-time, full-time, whatever, but my goal for you as a new team member is your goal, and that's 100%. But my job is also to continue to dangle out there what could be, and I have seen myself and many other top people really run with this business when they maybe intentionally in the beginning that wasn't their goal, but that's not who you're going after, okay? So you want to think about your business a couple different ways. Number one, it's like a bathtub. So your brand new team's so excited, they're excited, you're excited, and you're gonna keep going. You're not gonna stop and start touching on them because you're trying to manage your team or, you know, lead your team. No, your job is to keep going out and adding value to our team, adding value to your own personal growth journey, adding value to more by bringing in more people. Okay, that's your job. The second thing is your business is like a bathtub. So if the water is always running and the plug is always open, you'll have, like I do, you know, 1,000+ people, you know, tens of thousands of people in the middle that they're happy, they work spare time, they work part-time, they work full-time, they're going after the next level, they're just telling friends and family. It will look like this beautiful tapestry of different people that will make up a well-rounded team. They're stay-at-home people, they're career people, they're men, they're women, they're young, they're older, you know, they're all kinds of different things, and that brings a good solid base. So you don't want to go after one person, okay, one type. Now, if the water is running, but the plug is closed, it's going to kind of overflow and it's going to be a hot mess. If the water's off and the plug is on, it's going to stagnate and you're going to have a big fat swamp. And that's not fun, and it gets dirty, and it's not fun. And that's, you want to constantly be bringing in new people, because if you're not excited, and your business, your organization is being led by you. You're not just this little boat out on the ocean getting tossed with the waves, and whatever your team brings in is what you're going to run with. No, it is your responsibility to be out there, you know, sharing the love of the product and wanting to help other people, and you yourself focusing on taking your health and your exercise and your food journey to a new level. You're listening to tapes, you're listening to videos and audios, and you're reading, you know, books about network marketing. And so all of those things are going to help grow you to be a better you. I look back at the mistakes I was making in the beginning, or even just a month ago, and I think, oh, how did I become successful? Because you know what? You don't need to know everything. You need to be exciting, and you need to be consistent. And so all that being said is, remember that the key to your success is the 6 inches between your ears, because if you can get control over your own emotional maturity and your stick-to-itiveness, the resilience that you need to have that I spoke about on another video, then you're going to find yourself moving up, and your team will trust you, and you're all running together, and it's exciting. So what are those things you need to do with them when they're brand new? Well, one of the things that I have learned recently, just from working with other diamonds and just from learning, is that you need to give them some tools. And so I provide the same resources for everybody. We have a team page on Facebook. I do call them personally. I welcome them. Even usually maybe my first 3-ish lines. I'm not real strict about what line they are, because some people live near me locally. Other people don't have an engaged upline. Other people have uplines that are kind of on a personal journey that needs a lot of help. You know, I don't know. And so it'll look different for you. But I do tend to do a quick phone call, because the most important part of my business is helping my team help themselves and move up. And so one of the things I do is I do those things. I also personally, so if you're just brand new gold, do you need to do this? No, but I send out a little packet of, you know, a Sarah Robbins Rocking Your Network Marketing. I send out our team checklist on how to get started and what to do. I encourage them with some videos and things like that. So I also give them some brochures, maybe from Etsy, maybe from Plexus, that shows them what else is out there for them. And then I follow up. So you have to inspect what you expect. If you start a new team member and you're like, okay, bye. Well, I did a lot of that. And that's okay, because you're all new and growing together. But you have me as an upline now, and you have your upline, and we know better. And so I want to make sure that they get off on the right foot and that they can get going and that it's replicatable. Don't be doing anything fancy or expensive that's not replicatable. Should you have a team page? Well, you know what? Once you get 2, 3, 4 people, you're going to have a flavor that you want to have. You still stay connected to your upline's team page. No, it's not confusing. People are smart, and they will they will plug into what they need. If you're a person that accidentally recruited 4 or 5 people, then don't be getting a team page, because if you're not going to do anything with it, it's just one more thing to do, and it's boring. But if you're somebody that's like, you know what, I am learning from Aimee, I am moving up, I am growing, I want to be a better me, and I want my own flavor, and I want to be seen as a leader, get a team page, because then that way you can be doing those things. So what I would say to you as a checklist is I go through these things that when I first start a brand new person. First off, I really try and sign them up together, because I can then use languaging with them, like when your first client starts, when you go back into your back office to place your personal order, you're special because you don't hit shop anymore, you hit ambassador login. Those are things that I say to them when they're new, and I can't always catch them before they just sign up, because it's so easy and they're so excited, and they've maybe been to my website lots of other times because they've been buying product. But however, if I can, I schedule a time with them, because this is part of my job, and I walk them through. Maybe it takes 15 minutes, and then I walk them through what I call an orientation, and I go through the basics of the back office. My point of doing these 2 things, not because I believe a person can't do it, not because many of my team members haven't gone out and just done it, because they've just done their own all by themselves. And but it's because I kind of want to play ball, and my job is to hit the ball, have it hit back. Well, most people, like 99% of my team, has never been in network marketing like I have. They have no clue that guiding and helping and running with each other, that's not telling you that you don't know what you're doing. That's encouraging you, and we're all on the same mission, and we're all on the same team. And when we add value to each other with our own strengths, we're stronger. There's so many things that I don't do well. And so if I have team members that do that better, and they add value, and they're not stuck over in the corner, well, I've got my team page and you don't touch it, and I don't want to be part of your team, and now I'm going to start talking badly about you. Really? Don't play that game, because it will come back to bite you in the rear. Your upline got to where they are because they earned it, not because of you. And so trust me, okay? So you want to remember, as if you have 3, 4 people, that's wonderful. Start a team page if you're ready for that. And if you're not, then wait a little longer, talk with me, and then get one when you are. And sometimes you got to kind of not be quite ready, and you'll just go and be ready, okay? So the other thing I do, so number 1 is I work with them when they're brand new, and I get them signed up under me first. Then I go through their orientation. The next thing I do is I go onto our team page and I welcome them. Now think about this. If you are just kind of, you as another team member, you see a new person that's welcomed and you're not really working your business and you're just kind of personal use and you don't really care, and you never say, congratulations, you are going to love this. You are going to love it because you know, Aimee said you're a stay-at-home mom. You're going to love it because Aimee said you already own your own business. You're going to love it because, you know, you were a professional athlete and now, sir, you're doing this. So if you don't welcome them, what do you think the flavor of our team becomes? So it's important that you stay engaged and be treating people like you want to be treated. So that welcome is important. Don't just be hitting like. Okay, so super important. Yes, it's a pet peeve. So that I welcome them. Now, when I welcome them, I learned this watching Kristen Abart because she's one of my brilliant friends. And so, see, I don't know everything from scratch. I just know how to replicate. So Kristen, I watched her one day. She welcomed somebody. She said where they were from. She said what they do. She said why they were interested in the business. And she said what she thought that they were going to be good at. And that's what I do now. And you know what? That's because genuinely that matters. Number one, our team is spread throughout the entire United States, and it helps us make connections. Number two, it also subliminally shows people you're moving around and you're growing. And then the third thing that happens is that, you know, you want that person to genuinely know you genuinely notice and that you care and that you're listening and they're not just another team member. Now, that's not to say I spend all my time coddling team members. That's not true. I spend my time with my personal business first, growing new business, following up with clients, and then, you know, new client possibilities, and then new team members, and then existing team members. And I'll tell you, the more you do, the more I will work with you. The less you do, you just don't need me. So you want to have that same philosophy with your own team. It's play ball, okay? So get them on the page, right? So we went through, got them signed up, did their orientation. I gave them a checklist. My checklist is also on my team page. What's on my checklist? I know y'all are going to ask me. It's simple. Get business cards. Call Plexus, tell them you're no longer a client, you're now an ambassador. Get them off the auto ship as a client. You know, get yourself your first 3 clients, your first 3 team members. Attend a function, online or local. You'll earn things from me. I do giveaways. What am I giving away? I'm giving away things they need. A Plexus ball cap, a top, brochures, business card credits, Audible credits. So I'm not giving all kinds of stuff away, but I literally took my printout of what I expect from them as a new business owner. And when I speak with you as a team member, I'll go through and say, tell me about your business cards. Not, did you get them done yet, but tell me what you selected. Did you get them through Plexus? Did you go through Vistaprint? I want to know because I'm going to have this person with me like a family member forever. So I'm not recruiting some schleppy person that I don't want to work with, okay? Keep that in mind. So then those 3 things, I do that. The 4th thing that I then do, maybe it's number 4, I welcome them, like I said, make a big deal over it. And then the next thing I'm doing is I'm putting them on our client page if they're not on there already. And then about once a week, I tend to go on my client page and welcome all the new pink drinkers because it gives them an opportunity because it's growing all the time. But I'm not doing those things to be the only one that does it. I'm doing those things to model that behavior, and you want to model the behavior that you want from your team. So if you don't show up to anything, if you have a bad attitude, if you show up late, if you don't engage, if you make these sad little comments on Facebook, if your normal Facebook feed, your regular one that has nothing to do with Plexus, is all sad, negative, and icky, and you're posting horrible looking graphics, are you kidding me? No, you don't get to do that because you're a business person, okay? So I go through, I welcome them, I'm super excited, and then I also then encourage them to get on a 3-way phone call with me with their top 3 or 5, 3, 4, or 5 client possibilities. And I say to them, Susie Q, I am very comfortable with talking about the product. I would love to answer the questions from those people that you think that you really want to get started, but you're not 100% sure what to say. And this is training. And then I will tell you, new, you know, silver, new gold person, whoever's watching this, when I get on the phone, I will say, I'm so excited that you're willing to listen because I know that Susie Q has spoken so highly about you and that you're a health conscious person or you're wanting, you know, better health. And so I want to go through the products and we're going to focus on the triplex. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about it, give you a chance to answer questions because this is part of Susie Q's training. Now, I have team members that I've never done that with. and they're off and running and they're strong as can be. And that's fine. But I'm offering that to people because there's a little group that's just they're super strong, but they need to see it done once or twice. And that was me. I drove 8 hours to watch my upline, my recruiter, Helen McFadden, Diamond, awesome rock star Diamond Ambassador. I drove 8 hours to watch her do a meeting. Did I replicate her meeting? You betcha. Did I sound good for a long time? No, because I didn't have my own words. Now what I understand is what I'm offering you is the bones. I don't expect you to do it like me. Lord, don't do it like me. You're not going to have the same words. You're not going to have the same experience. And then you know what? That is okay. Because if you do it just like me, you'll miss your flavor. So you want to do what I call the bones. You want to, how does she welcome them? How does she go over the product? How does she close them? How does she talk about the company? How do I talk about my journey in the company in a way that's not long and drawn out? I don't want to be wordy. I'm busy. You're busy. We're intentional. We're exciting. I get on the phone. I tell them it's going to be 5. It's going to be 5. And so that's how I work with that. So those 5 things I go through, I get them on the phone, and then I'm following up. And I'm going to say, okay, Susie Q, when do I expect to hear back from you? I want to make sure I put this on my calendar. And I'm talking to maybe 10 to 15 ambassadors a day that are moving up, that are active, that are on my, like right underneath me first line, or maybe they're 2, 3, 4 lines deep. And we're having quick conversations. Tell me about the new people you met today. Tell me about the people you followed up with. And that's it. But one of the very first conversations that I end up having is, what drew you to Plexus? What is it that you want from this company? How can I guide you to get there? And my whole stance is a playing ball mentality and a how can I guide you? And if I don't know the resource, then I'm going to go ask someone else. And I would just tell you that this business is not about ego. If I don't know everything, and if you want to put yourself in that position where you know everything and they can only go through you, you're going to cut your nose off to spite your face and you're never going to move up. I have so many strong team members that get value from so many other Plexus people, or people outside of our company that they're learning and training, like John Maxwell. One of the most important books that you can pick up and start listening to or reading is John Maxwell's Developing the Leader Within, and anything from John Maxwell, the questions to ask, any of those books from him. Sarah Robbins wrote the book that you probably got from me in the mail, How to Rock Your Network Marketing Business. And so just know that this is training. It's ongoing. You're gonna learn. You're gonna make mistakes, and from mistakes, absolutely beautiful things are made. So that's where I would encourage you. Go back, use the printout that I gave you as a checklist for what you're gonna follow up your team members, and then just give them the vision. Give them the vision that they can have anything they want. I don't want to bring in somebody to teach them to be small. I don't want to bring in somebody to teach them to just be silver. I want you to have the absolute little kid dreams that you've always had. And I know that this business can bring you that. And so kudos to you. Start working with them, hold them with that open hand, get out the door, go meet those new ones, and set them up for success. And just know that the best part about this business is not the success that I personally will have. It is yours. Your success is what makes my day. I've been in network marketing for over 20 years. I know there's ups and downs. My day is so exciting because you're being bold and you're getting to your dreams. You fell down, you got back up. That is the best part about this business. Run out there, start working with them, change what you're doing, alter it a little bit, talk with me more about how to do it a little bit more, a little bit better, and just have fun.